Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for tuning into Games and Glory. Got a quick video on all the free games coming up on the consoles and the free games being offered right now on the Epic Store. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Alright, let's get started. So, first off on the Epic Store, we've got Blair, which is being offered starting today going on to November 5th. This is a great finish to October because it's going to be Halloween, and Blair Witch is a single-player, first-person survival horror. You play as Ellis, who's a retired police officer. He's on the search for a boy who disappeared, and you've also got a pretty cool sidekick whose name is Bullet. You're going to be exploring different abandoned areas or campsites, and sometimes if you can't access it, you have to use Bullet to get in there, figure out puzzles in the game, and there's 5 endings. One of them is a secret, so there's lots of replayability there. Overall, the game takes around 7-8 hours to beat, depending if you're trying to get everything done, and it's definitely worth checking out. Fun fact, Layers of Fear, which is also offered right now on the Epic Store, was developed by the same people that made Blair Witch. Anyway, next game is Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. Again, this game is starting today, going on to November 5th, and you're going to be playing alongside the original cast. You get to use the proton packs to catch ghosts, destroy things along the way. There's a lot of destructibility going on in this game, so you're going to be familiar with some of the ghosts if you've seen the movies. You have the giant Pillsbury Doughboy, the green ghost whose name I cannot remember. Anyway, you get to upgrade weapons and destroy environments, and then you have the classic elements from the movies in the game as well. And if you're a fan of Ghostbusters movies, then you'll enjoy the game. Maybe. Moving on to PlayStation Plus free games for November, there's 2 PlayStation 4 games and 1 PlayStation 5 game, which is pretty cool. So the first game for PlayStation 4 is Middle-earth: Shadow of War. This is an action RPG, and it's a sequel to Shadow of Mordor. And if you haven't played any of these games, you definitely should, because both of them are amazing. They're super fun, very easy to get platinum trophies in if that's your thing. And you're going to be playing as Talion, who shares his body with Celebrimbor, who actually created the Rings of Power. Overall, the game kept all the mechanics that made the first game really fun and added more. You're going to be leveling up your skills, you get to control orcs to do your bidding, or you can just send them to fight each other in an arena, whatever you want. You can ride wargs, ride what do you call those big cave trolls. The game itself is pretty fun to play. It has a good story with characters from the movies involved in some aspect throughout the quests, good background music, and the replayability is also pretty fun. You can defend your castles and try to move your own generals up in the rank to defeat other orcs. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was an amazing Lord of the Rings game back on the PlayStation 2 called Lord of the Rings Return of the King, same name as the movie. And I was hoping for the longest that they would remake that game, but it actually never happened. So this game isn't exactly like that, but it's still a lot of fun in its own way. Probably one of the best games in the Lord of the Rings universe that we have available to play right now. The other game is Hollow Knight Voidheart Edition. This is kind of like Dark Souls in the sense that it's pretty unforgiving. It's a side scroller, doesn't really tell you where to go, but there's lots of action packed in an insect world where you have to explore, fight some interesting insects along the way, and if you die, you lose your currency called Geo, which you use to upgrade your character. So similar in Dark Souls fashion, if you kill the insect that killed you, you gain it back. Like I said, there's no map, so you have to figure everything out and explore on your own. Yeah, you're gonna be dying a lot, just like in Dark Souls. And the free game we're getting for the PlayStation 5 is Bugsnax. You're going to be getting this game when the PlayStation 5 is out, if you were lucky enough to secure one on November 12th. Cool thing about this is that it's going to be available until January, just in case people that were not able to get it at launch manage to get it after launch. And PlayStation members will have access to the PlayStation collection of games as well, which is a bunch of popular games that are on PlayStation 4 right now, but it's only going to be available for people who have PlayStation 5. And then Xbox games with gold. So we've got 4 games here. The first up on the list is Aragami. You play as a vengeful assassin who can only travel in shadows and assassinate enemies along the way. Artwork is pretty cool in this game, but the graphics are just okay. It's not a hack and slash, so you can't be running around and as a ninja assassin and just slashing all the enemies. And stealth is definitely the key in this game. One hit from an enemy and you just gotta start over, and if you didn't get a checkpoint, that's just the way it is. Swimsanity is next, and it's a side scroller underwater multiplayer shooter, and it's cross-platform, so you can play with friends. You can do co-op or versus, play on different consoles. Not really a game for me, but you can check it out and see if it's something you'll be interested in. Full Spectrum Warrior is an original Xbox game. and it was actually made for the US Army as a training warfare simulator, so that's interesting. You're going to be leading Alpha and Bravo teams simultaneously through dangerous territory and defend one while the other attacks, basically building teamwork and communication skills while you play this game. I think it would be better off playing other real-time simulators like Age of Empires or Command and Conquer. This game seems pretty dated at this point. I'm sure when it first came out it was pretty cool, but not really worth it now. And then last is Lego Indiana Jones. If you have owned or played any of the old Lego games, then you're going to be familiar with this one because it's not any different. It's just Lego in the Indiana Jones universe. It's still fun to play. You have silly sound effects, pretty funny. It's got multiplayer, so it's a good addition to your console if you're looking for a kid-friendly game or if you are a big fan of Indiana Jones. And I know a lot of fans of the Xbox were disappointed that they didn't get any games for Series X for November, since it is launch month for the Series X and S, and PlayStation players did get Bugsnax as part of their free games. But I mean, there's Game Pass on Xbox, so it's okay if you don't have one good game for the Series X, where Game Pass has all that included in it anyway. So I don't know, I personally don't really care. I don't think it's that big of a loss, but we'll see. Maybe Microsoft will put something out for the Series X just to kind of even the battlefield, I guess. But anyway, that's all we got for this month, and I'll catch you guys next time. So yeah, I gotta go do my homework. Bye.